Well, much like their meeting in Telford a feed again, but then Xiao took the last of the afternoon in a single visit. And a fine start to this afternoon for him, Stephen.
Yeah, that was a wonderfully strong.
I think we're all guilty sometimes if there's a match that you've not seen.
I think as well it's worth just reiterating what's on the line this week for Yize. It's quite easy to... Yeah, he's played it well, and that now really does open up the black spot.
Just didn't get stuck in at all in those first few frames yesterday. We saw it.
Now
there's a chance to get...
Doesn't make it very inviting to go into them from the blue, so there's still a little bit of problem solving to be done here for Xiao Guodong. And may open things. Yeah, it's a good attempt. He's controlled the cue ball nicely now. Is he on one?
One area in which Wu can serve.
Yeah, and that's the reward for Wu.
And this is now a big chance. They're sitting very nicely for Wu. Already up to 22 in the world rankings. He has actually been a place higher than that. One thing Wu has a tendency to do is it's always the sign of a real quality player.
17.
I think it's fair to say we saw it again yesterday. Two big breaks in the first 3 frames.
Yeah, he's got a large amount of nap in the early stages of matches. Sometimes that's enough just to settle you down and get your arm going out there. It doesn't take much for him to
sort with someone like Neil Robertson.
33.
Yeah, he's quite an imposing figure, isn't he, Wu? He's a very tall lad for his an air of swagger. Can be quite intimidating, actually, especially when you sat in your chair watching
38.
on, thinking, Wu Yize, he must think.
And this is when things start to get a bit tricky.
Well, he chose to play the snooker, and my goodness me, he's absolutely butchered it. What a mistake.
Very much so, and how important it was for Xiao to really double the pain.
Yes, this is a huge passage of play now, and you can...
Just underlines the importance of committing to your shot. So Xiao comes on to the colours.
Well, again, he's important. He wants a natural to just float that cue ball off the top cushion, somewhere, anywhere in behind that. Very.
Just about lucky when he went into the pack. Wu had his chance. Made 53. But a dreadful attempt at laying the snooker, and Xiao has extracted on the pink. So it's another close frame that's gone the way of Xiao Guodong. He's now won 5 of the last 6 frames, and he leads for the first time in the match at 5-4.
Well, that's a brilliant opening red this time from Yize. Impressive. I think when you're young and hungry, and it's all very new battle scars, but be interesting to see how he goes about this session now, because that was a big mistake that he made in the last frame and he was punished for it.
Well, that's not a good sign.
Into the side of the pack. All about pace. These tables are super quick. So the chance now falls to Xiao Guodong.
2.
Player of Xiao's experience now, he will...
Eight.
It's a level of consistency that really, throughout his career up until this season, he could only have dreamed of.
16.
I think the most obvious example is someone like Anthony
23.
Hamilton, who was around for... Certainly Xiao falls into that category, and we've seen some players who have come through, and it's proved to be real.
Well, dear me.
Xiao Guodong.
Yeah, no wonder.
Here just contain the situation, dump the cue ball on this top cushion. Just hands the initiative back to Yize.
We'll play him again in the quarterfinals here if he gets through this one. Wu hasn't quite had the... Wu hasn't quite had the...
Foul. And a miss.
Yeah, very good.
It's remarkable to think that Wu is now behind in this match. So, it wasn't all tight finishes.
One.
It's a season where all the matches were multi-session. In recent times, it's just been the World Championship, so this is a wonderful addition to the circuit.
$15.
Fan. And then there was that meeting in Telford a fortnight ago when Xiao won
22.
6-5.
$29.
Well, took
Be quiet as possible, please.
a little bit of a gamble. It's very good cueing. Again, couldn't really do anything with the cue ball, just...
$36.
Unmissable. Just needs to control his cue ball. Yeah, that's fine. Good shot.
But he's only won one of the last 6 frames. Oh, and he might not win this one.
One.
So Pink will take him onto the colours, trailing by 13. So up to and including the pink
9.
would leave Xiao 7.
$12.
Controlled it so well. Perfect on the brown.
16.
Yeah, so missable, but don't you feel players have become...
But they are, I can assure you. And at that sort of pace, they become even smaller.
21.
No, and it made the difference.
Now, how's this going to finish? Oh, this looks good.
6.
Wu missed the red to middle. It didn't immediately cost him the frame. To have happened differently for Wu to now be leading 8-1. So how does he respond to...
One thing he can't play in the attacking way that he's so used to, so good at playing. Got to play the percentages now.
To 38, 72 to 65, 71 to 53, 63 to 49. It's remarkable to see that. The one outlier was frame.
Yeah, but it just underlines the fact it doesn't matter how you win the frames, does it? Just be in front. with the big one on the horizon.
One.
Well, what a pot that was.
More commendable to start this frame with a shot like that. Now, where can it take him?
9.
40 points really available before he needs to play any sort of cannon or developing shot.
$17.
In the context of the game, this is a massive out.
We spoke earlier about that swagger
25.
that he has round the table. His stride in that regard.
$33.
He's already won more in the current campaign than he did in his first. Yeah, and a very confident
49.
start to this frame. As I said,
One thing I really like about Yize, one thing he does very well is when he comes to the table and gets his chance, he finds his natural rhythm very
57.
quickly, which is how you play.
yeah, and he stayed very positive.
3. $64.
So the lead goes to 71.
$72.
Very impressive full visit.
A bad short-term memory. Put the previous two out of his thoughts very swiftly.
Was 79.
Put the previous two out of his thoughts very swiftly.
Was 79. One.
Yeah, that's very nicely played, and on the red by the middle, nice angle to come back. It's all blacks, preferably with the final two reds.
9.
You might think to yourself, once lost a frame, having made a break of 80. How did he do that, Stephen?
Yeah, answers on a postcard for that. Who came out on top? But there was a late 70 break in one of those frames, and the person that made it
70.
lost it. So it can happen. The red closest to the pink. Just screw up past this one. Take the lower red of the two. Red, black, close to a bought colour. Leaving the cue ball welded in behind the pink.
25.
Should Yize miss it?
Show.
Clearly trying to hit the red, but should he miss it, he won't be leaving a free ball. That's a good hit. Very well played.
level again going to mid-session.
Yeah, it really was a great contribution once again. That's where he's so dangerous from. Hand on table, that type of shot. So...
With 3.
Just looking at that previous frame and the way he shrugged off what had gone before. He's really humbling margin of defeat against Neil Robertson. From 8-2 down, he got it all the way back to 8-7 to one side once it's over.
Brush off those disappointing frames and get it out of their mind and hit the ground running in the next. The players, they're great players, they can all make 100 breaks. It's what's between the ears that really counts.
Could perhaps do with giving things a little more thought.
Possibly, yeah, because just having that little bit more clarity over the shot you're trying to play, and also not done with time and experience. Especially when you can knock them in like that.
1. With
See, there's an example of what... Well, this time it's Xiao's turn to make the tactical error.
As to where the cue ball was heading, but to finish where it has done.
Nine.
Well, this is a great chance now. 4 or 5 reds in open play already. Frames losing them in the way he did of this little mini session.
70.
Chance for another big break.
$25.
For this season, 35 centuries already. It's a huge increase from the last campaign. In fact, if he was to make one last, with the potential, obviously, for more to come.
40.
Wonder if he'll take the gamble here and play it. He has done. He is on the red, thin clip to left corner.
Flavour of what this match has been all about. Wu getting quick kills and clean kills, and Xiao winning a lot of close finishes.
48.
Well, it really to get back from losing those 2 close frames and falling a couple behind
51.
to levelling again.
I'll be astonished.
So 62 in front.
$59.
It's 4 lead. The only balls Xiao has potted have been when he was chasing a handful of snookers in the previous frame.
Yeah, it's been such a great response this from Yize. It'll just make him
66.
feel that little bit better going into the interval. Okay, he's not managed level, but give himself some positive thoughts going into it. He's striking the ball nicely once again, back into his rhythm.
Was to pick a winner. Every bit as much now.
74.
Nice and low on it to do that. Yeah, perfectly
81.
played.
Pink makes it the highest break of the match from either player.
88.
With that from the side cushion here. Little half ball cannon would be good. Keep him on the yellow.
$93.
Both happened earlier this season. Both had close finishes.
96.
Every indication. Well, the graphic went a little bit prematurely with the century there in the arena, Stephen.
Brown, was he? This has been such a good break from Yize. Brilliant.
Yeah, finishes on exactly 100. He was 3-0 up in this match. He lost 6 of the next 7 frames. Give exactly 100. Take your pick. That's 6 frames each.
One.
It's becoming a bit of a... Stephen's been replaced in the box.
Watching it close eye in the green room there upstairs, and he would have been disappointed to have lost the first 2 frames today. You'd think he's got the momentum with him, but as we've seen, they played each other in the Players' Championship, and also can Yize try and stop that trend? I get the impression he's playing.
Yeah, they're level on frames, but Wu has scored 200. Towards the end of a match, particularly a long one like this, not always by any means, but a lot of the time there's a bit more of a tendency to have the closer.
He's established himself in the rankings, doesn't have to worry about tour card or anything like that for the next few seasons, so really is becoming a top player. You can see it's very tight down there. Oh, he just managed to get an edge. So makes all the difference. He would have been in. Oh, it's a very good shot. He was unlucky if he left that red over.
One.
Oh. Yeah, now he's worked himself a nice little opportunity now. Try and just develop this space.
$11.
Yeah, and this is the trouble when you haven't got. Well, I'm surprise. Yeah, but nicely played.
1.
Same problem for Wu as what Xiao Guodong faced, was the quite congested around the pink spot area.
Six.
Yeah, got a lot of fluency and rhythm going.
Thirteen.
Played a couple of multi-session matches already, but Lei pulled away.
$20.
Hasn't led yet today. The last time he was in front.
27.
He's negotiated the cue ball, but he needs it to slow down.
I've been saying they've been going Zhao's way.
Who is that? 32.
No, in the end, so Wu Yize's risky safety shot. Well, I was going to say he's given him a chance to win this frame, but he's missed the first red.
Yeah, job done.
1.
We talk about the fact that Zhao's won so many close frames.
$8.
You think of the missed red to middle in frame 10. Are we going to be at?
15. $22.
Yeah, good effort. How's the kiss? Well, in the end he could, because he hit too much of the red in the end. Missed it on the thin side.
You know, he was struggling a bit to make anything from distance early on in the.
Playing the blue, try and get it on the side cushion. Just like that. A little bit of insurance. Should Wu Yize get in with an opportunity?
Foul.
Well, he's made some glaring errors. Actually, I'll correct that. Any colour at all would do.
This has been one bad shot after another, and he's basically just given this frame to Xiao Guodong.
You can very easily just come out in the next frame, get one chance and kill it off. It's just the pattern that we've had since the match began. Another close frame, another one for Xiao.
7.
He's going to lead once again.
10. 14. 19.
And we had 3 frames in a row of more than half an hour during yesterday's session. It's gone the way of Xiao Guodong. And with that, he leads once again. It's now 7-6. He needs...
Yeah, a lot of the errors Yize has made.
Right.
Keep quiet.
Chance to win it, but all the signs are he's someone who moves on from things very swiftly.
Foul. Namas. Where's the 4?
Yeah, not entirely. So close.
Foul. Namas. Where's the 4?
Well, it was set.
1.
Again, it was another.
Seven.
We spoke earlier about Xiao Guodong on the professional scene. He was already established as one of the best amateurs around. He was only 15
14.
when he got a spot in the International Championship. Immediately led for a lot of the way and only denied one of the most famous upsets of all time in a decider.
$20.
Yeah, it's a little nice recovery. Still a few loose reds here. Doesn't have to play a cannon for the immediate time being. Can just... You have to admire him. Really, he's so good to watch, and he doesn't think about playing shots in such a way as to not leave anything he misses. He's all out for the pot, and then if...
Yeah, well, as we've said, Xiao Guodong is from that as well. So in terms of the generation that's coming through now, it's at the moment looking like Wu and Si Xiaohui. That X factor, that's something about him.
$48.
Doesn't hang about either, does he, when he gets going? Already this lead pretty much just on the pink. And the reds haven't been nicely situated, and like we said, his temperament is holding up.
Yeah, and there have been a few times earlier in the match where he had opportunities that were like this, where it wasn't straightforward. Oh, and that was a test as well.
62.
He's come through it, so yet again, it's quite a clean kill.
$70.
Well, it would have been a miracle. 7-all. They both need 3.
One.
Yeah, he's going to have to try and... Well, it's not going to cost him any.
He doesn't always look very comfortable with the rest to me, Joe.
One.
A bit of a let off for Xiao.
Well, he did play it now and he didn't get... Yeah,
7.
so in the end it went quite comfortably, didn't it? More into play. The black's in an awkward spot at the moment. It's just sort of
30.
half blocking that right corner.
Mentioned earlier that Yize's huge improvement, half of what he'd earned his entire 17 years on tour prior to this campaign.
17.
Bit back on its spot. So a bit of a reprieve there for Yize. That was looking like developing into a really good chance for Xiao Guodong.
Xiao Guodong.
Oh, I just got the top red a bit too thin. There's half a chance there.
It's so little between the winning their frames in very different ways.
Oh, how
One.
nice as he played that.
Nine. Was 9.
You know, for me, a match like a bit of a journeyman who's had some success along the way, but not a great deal of it, like Xiao Guodong. Everyone starts the season with a clean slate, and you get here not on the basis of your...
That looks high. Yeah, it didn't really element of risk.
Now, we've talked about the elementary errors that Yize opportunities he's passed up. He needs to put all that to one side and avoid doing anything like that here, because this is a really good chance.
4.
Yeah, he's got the free. Shouldn't pose any problem whatsoever. Any kind of angle on the black and any contact on those three reds, they're going to split nicely.
Done.
It's okay. He's still in potting balls, but
60. $22.
we'll probably go on and win in the frame.
Yeah, he managed to get those three reds split open, as you said would be done here.
26.
Yeah, this right just needs to really down, can score enough points before he gets that far.
29.
But that was the...
It's not been his favourite implement.
Oh, namas. What is it? 4. One.
Really should take it from here. The way he's been winning frames.
6.
But it'll feel all the better for that. If he's going to take this one,
9.
he's going to need a snooker.
Yeah, he'll be... This frame's not over yet. Just one snooker to tie on the brown.
That should be the end of that.
Nine.
6 of the next 7 frames. But he's now won 4 of the next 5. He leads for the first.
He looks much the stronger of the two players. Xiao Guodong's just sort of hanging in there as he is the whole match, but like we said, if Yize can cut out snooker of the two,
Yeah, we've been keeping an eye frames comfortably. The last one didn't really fall into that category. It was fairly closely contested, but he managed to get over the line.
Yeah, as we get toward
1.
which is nothing like the form he's showed this season.
1.
So, chance here for a bit of role reversal.
8.
As well as having to be composed and pot the balls and keep the cool, you've got to be aware of what's going on, and this is a moment. Perhaps here, Xiao Guodong making some errors that he hasn't made all
6.
season. He's not looking comfortable this chance. Put himself 2 up with just 3 to play. He'd be in a commanding position.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's no
24.
Wu got off to a very good start. He's really dominating things, winning those frames quite comfortably. Steadily found his way and finished the afternoon with his highest break of the session.
32.
Again, just as he had a fortnight ago. Them both, but he's responded so well to that. Really the only player who's generated real momentum at any stage of the
40.
match, but just as he looked to be building
Red.
Yize, 40.
Not a bad choice of shot. Consistent in and around the black spot. Makes some consistent high scorer, but it's just not happened for him. He's done.
Yeah, well, he had a break of 40, Xiao, in the 9th frame. All likelihood in a match of this duration in a tournament of this quality. Big matches that he's played has been way beyond what we've come to expect of him over the years. Could it maybe be, Joe, that as we come towards the...
This was Xiao Guodong's had this season. And obviously there's lots more travelling in the game today all around the world, and especially this second half of the season is...
John Higgins ended up losing the last 4 frames and with them the match. And that's the sort of thing that can take it out of you and maybe feeling a bit fatigued.
He does look not just the fresher, but the more positive of the two. He seems to have a bit more of a spring in his step. Into the reds. Yeah, that was the trouble in trying to get the cue where he wanted it. Made the...
One.
And having come to the table already.
Eight.
Well, it was a pressure moment for all sorts of reasons.
If this could be for Xiao Guodong, has he got anything left? He looked to be just fading
One.
slightly as this frame looked like it was going to disappear.
Champion of champions. 3-0 down against Ronnie O'Sullivan. Hadn't scored a point yet.
6.
First to 4 here. To avoid going 2 down with 3 to play.
10.
It's not going to be too difficult. You can get in behind it. There are a few other potential obstacles down the line, of course.
70.
Yeah, so nice.
24. $31.
Yeah, nicely done. Now it is pretty straight.
$35.
Won a frame on a respot yesterday. Already won 1 frame on the
38.
black today.
$42.
It's his highest break this
47.
afternoon.
$53.
And he rolled a black into this pot. It's yet another frame that could have gone either way and has ended up going the way. The third time. There'll be, at the most, 2 frames in it at the end.
One.
What an absolute...
We'll leave that one for next.
7.
We'll get the chance now. Yeah, it's a shame 'cause that long
Yize,
red
14.
probably deserved a few more.
As I said, he had the nice angle on the blue to get back down for the reds. Wasn't able to take it any further.
One.
Yeah, nicely done. There's the cue ball. Going to hold up nicely for the blue. Well, in the end.
5.
Waited a long time in his career to be in the Players' Championship. He was the only player
11.
in the quarters in Telford not to be.
This will open a few. Oh,
90.
be absolutely delighted with. Up onto the yellow spot, but not to be.
26.
It is that he's focusing more on enjoying the game and not dwelling on the outcome. It can be hard to enjoy it when you're not playing your best and there's a lot of tension going on. And the outcome is so imminent. He has spoken in the past about how hard he's playing regularly in matches for huge sums of money. Those early years of struggle must feel worth it now.
$42.
Wow. Look.
Xiao Guodong, 49.
Two highest breaks of the session.
One.
It looks comfortable enough. It's not one of them where you have to sort of knock it in pocket weight. It looks like you can draw the pocket possibly. Yeah, it was okay.
4.
Well, blue takes the lead to 4.
Get it safe.
Well, he did the fences, surely there.
One.
So 50 in front, 51 left. And it looks as though
He's found his best snooker of the session in the last frame and a half.
7.
and that should seal it. If he had left the table.
Xiao Guodong, 14.
4 snookers needed. We say that, of course, but
1.
somewhere in the thoughts will be trying to force a.
Five. Was 4.
How often does it really happen?
Just in case he misses it. Doesn't want to leave that free ball Michael's talking about.
Oh, doesn't want this.
1.
Well, it was a fairly forlorn
Was,
hope
1
anyway.
frame conceded.
Xiao Guodong. player trying to make his way in the game, really feeling like he belongs in the best of company. Well, if Wu Yize does...
Some shot, wasn't it? There was no holding back there. If he'd missed it, he was leaving potential match-winning chance for his opponent, but he deserved it, you have to say. And what a chance he's given himself here early on in this frame.
9.
Yeah, and he'll deserve whatever he can make from it.
17.
I think he would...
Yeah, that was the trouble.
25.
So difficult to hit the ball hard when you're bridging.
What is that? 25.
Well, the fact that the plant seemed...
Not surprising, really, that he's opted to go the way he has with this shot.
Xiao Guodong.
Oh, didn't really get close. And look at what he's...
Oh, what a chance he's got.
1.
These nice reds. All situated. One more frame for victory.
Nine.
Oh, he sort of sacrificed.
Oh, and that's a good one.
Thank you.
And now he's in a really
16.
good position.
But the little storm he created for himself. And now he is in prime position now. In. And this really is now gilt edge chance to win frame and match.
24.
Xiao Guodong, but being able to deliver in the big moments and finish out important matches and go a long way towards making up for it when Telford last time out and was ultimately overtaken.
32.
But he's had many big moments where he's his 9th quarter-final of the campaign.
On his mind here. He has battled extremely well today. He hasn't played well. Far from
Start today, Wu might have won them both. Instead, he lost them both. Xiao leading 6-4, but Wu responded well. He led 8-7. Looked like he might go 9-7.
ultimately it's going to count for nothing. A few too many elementary mistakes.
48.
Yeah, Wu is well over 200 points ahead in the aggregate over the course of the match, and that does
56.
Best form of the session when he needed it most at the end.
And it's exactly what he did when they played in Telford a fortnight ago. But didn't you know it, Joe? The way this match has gone, there was bound.
Yeah, first time I've asked him to be on the red, and they've shook hands by now. Oh, he's just about.
Championship. And that means last year's runner-up, Jack Jones, will be guaranteed a place at the Crucible. An attempt to lay a snooker, that cost him a frame. Just a really bad red to middle, cost him another one. Oh, that should put it to bed now.
One. Xiao Guodong. One.
Well, Yize continue. Probably just reflecting disappointment. Another one of them matches that got away just like a couple of weeks ago in the Players.
All three Players Series events this season.
Two.
You'll have another chance, it seems, here in Manchester.
Yize. Two. Foul. Yize. Four.
Still go wrong. Earlier this season, Xiao Guodong conquered Wuhan.